What's up? It's Andrew Vose, living in Pensacola. We're actually out here in Dallas, Texas for a veterans conference. So I'll put out another video. We're going to be talking about veterans and military and stuff like that. So we'll do like a special video on that, some like home buying tips. But today I want to talk to you about 3 myths that we're going to debunk that people think go on in buying and selling of real estate. So the first one is that you need 20% down. That is not true. There's first-time home buyer programs. Veterans, they don't need to put anything down, right? But 3 to 5% is almost the average that I see most people put down. Yes, if you put down 20%, you get a better interest rate, all that, right? But 3 to 5% is generally what you have to put down to get in your first home. FHA, conventional, all that. So definitely get with a good lender and a good realtor. We got all those, and we can help you make the right decision there. All right, myth number 2, that I should wait until the rates drop, right? So there's a saying, marry the house, date the rate. And what they mean by that is find your dream home. Find the home that you can comfortably afford at the current interest rates. If you can afford a 6 or 7% interest rate, but you can hang on, you're not house poor, right? You're just dating that rate. Well, most government loans, there's a program called IRRRL. It's called the EARL program. FHA and VA home buyers can take advantage of this. After 210 days of making on-time payments, right, you can do a no-doc, no cost to you refinance, and you can get the lowest rate possible at that time. But if the interest rates, say you're at a 6.5, and you can cover the mortgage, you're not struggling, I am not telling you to be house poor. Okay, that is not the point of this video. Buy what you can afford. But if the dream house is right there and you can afford the mortgage, don't worry about the rate. Rates are going to fluctuate over the years. But say you get at a 6.5%, right? And rates drop to 5.5%. Well, I'd be calling Andrew Vose or your lender, whoever. I'd say, hey, I just seen on the news the rates drop. Can you guys help me refinance, right? And if it drops more than 1%, you should absolutely refinance, because that's going to lower your mortgage payment hundreds of dollars. Now, pro tip, when you lower your rate and you lower your mortgage payment, I would take that money and I'd either keep it on the principal on your mortgage, since your lifestyle isn't going to change, or I would take that money, and again, this is not financial, I'm not a financial advisor, this is just what I would do, is I would find, fund your kid's stock account, fund your kid's crypto account, fund your account, take that money, but do not spend it just pretend like it still needs to be a part of your investment plan or your asset plan. So yeah. Myth number 3, that spring is the right time to buy. I don't think there's any right time to buy, right? Listen, during slower months of buying, let's say October through March, right? Those are generally slower months. You got a bunch of holidays, New Year's, people are getting ready back for school, all that stuff, right? From like spring or winter breaks and stuff. Well, that means there's more serious buyers out there. That means there's less inventory, right? But that means that you're not going to be competing against a bunch of other buyers. So you can potentially look at 40 homes, not have to worry about competing on offers. You can get more seller concessions, and that means you're more serious. So if you're working with me and I'm your realtor, I'm taking you more serious because I know you're taking time away from your family during the holidays. I just think, there's no perfect time to buy. But also, when I list homes, I like listing them during the off season, right? And I say off season, but during the holidays, because the buyers, I know that buyers agents are going to be showing them. They're going to be walking in, houses are going to be smelling like Thanksgiving or Christmas and stuff like that. So it actually, when you get buyers through the door, you know that they're more serious when you're listing your home, because they can also envision their family spending Christmas or Thanksgiving or anything like that there. So those are the 3 myths. Like, share, subscribe, and keep following me.